we stayed over at a hotel last night just because the heat in the boat was getting a little ridiculous. So we had a nice little break and a chance to reset and restart because today is the earliest day that the prop shaft can be delivered. So we are hoping for an early delivery, we are hoping for a quick install, and we are hoping that we can get onto the schedule for a splash from the yard sometime this week. Sometime this week would be fantastic. And then they'll check again to make sure that the prop shaft this time has a good seal with the stuffing box and that we are good to go.
So excited!
We can see that each one of the batteries, you can see the negative terminal is connected to another negative terminal, connected to another negative terminal, to another negative, to another negative. Same for the positive side. We have the positive, positive, positive. And so we're connected all the way through. Each battery is connected to each other battery on both positive and negative. So they're all acting as one giant battery effectively. So next step is for us to connect everything else up, attach it to the boat systems, get it connected to our brand new DC to DC chargers that are now mounted on that wall over there. So connect them over to our inverter charger over here. And then finally, link it all up to our Servo GX, our brains of the system over here, as well as our solar charger. So that's what we're going to do next.
I'm in the process of taking apart a perfectly good bag because I'm too cheap to go buy cardboard, and I need to measure the the size of the new fridge shelf that I need to cut. So taking this one apart, and so far I got it almost out. Ta-da! So I wanted to show you what was actually the issue with the fridge. So the old fridge used to have a box right here that came out that held the cooling system of the fridge. We had that replaced with this metal sheet right here, which is awesome because it actually allows for a much more even cooling. But the problem is these shelves that used to fit perfectly over that ledge now don't. And so right here, the corner is being obstructed. And then right there, the curve is tighter, and so that area is being obstructed. So we need to cut these guys down. Well, this one's okay. This one is it just can't go all the way to the end, which is fine. And then we're going to take this piece that was originally very well fitting with the little space for the box that used to stick out and make it fit there. We're going to use cardboard to make a template, and then we're going to cut it to size. But first, I gotta get those guys out of here, and that needs a little trick. Dave can usually reach to the bottom of that fridge, but Dave is busy in the cockpit locker with batteries. So what I do is a graceful little trick where I just fall into our fridge, as I shall demonstrate, and then get the stuff that I need out. The step is the key and the secret. Easy peasy. Now to clean up the fridge because it's gross, and then sketch up my template, cut the piece to size, and see if it fits. And this should be like a 5-minute project. Easy. Ta-da! Still needs to be cleaned, but it all fits.
We got the news today that our prop shaft is being delivered. That means that they should be able to install it today or tomorrow. And we're just going to take it hour by hour today and get some projects done, hang out with some friends around Annapolis, and enjoy hopefully our last few days here. While our prop shaft got installed, we got busy with some engine servicing. So we had a problem where our water system was not working. Turns out the issue is that we needed to reprime the water pump because when we were on the hard, we actually ran out of water in the tanks. The water pump went dry, and basically when we turned it back on after the tanks were full, it just had too much air in the system to do anything. So we used, this little guy here. He basically is a water pump, and he's full of water. Stop. But what he does is takes water in one side, pushes it out at the other. So we just hooked him up to a little bucket of water. We put this end inside of the input to our water pump, pumped it a little bit. You can see there's still leftover water. And once we did that, basically the water pump then was primed with water inside of it. We hooked everything back up, let out some of the air, and things are good now. So that was a incredibly useful thing that only cost $10, and now we have it. So if it ever happens again, we know how to fix it.
Well, we will save you the splash montage and the will it float or will it have to come back on the hard question. She floated, she did great. The prop shaft and the stuffing box seal held this time, and we were able to get onto a floating dock really quickly. Actually, it's been about 24 hours, and it has been a very, very busy 24 hours trying to wrap everything up and get off the slip as fast as possible. A very dear friend offered us this morning for the day, so that's where we are now, and it is beautiful and peaceful to be on Turtle, on our own, cooking, sleeping, living on our boat again. So cheers for more adventures, or coffee cheers for more adventures. It's a rainstorm!
Well, what's happening out here, Spandana?
Ah!
Refreshing.
Crazy mofo, go get a towel.
This is the battery monitor sitting in our nav station. So on the top right, you can see the current load that we have. That's my laptop charging right now. So it's pulling 86 watts. In the bottom left, you can see the state of our batteries. So 94% is still remaining. That's after we use the boat to charge up the batteries today by running the alternator. And we just cooked for the first time on lithium. I was looking at the monitor when we started, it was 97%. When we finished, it was 96%. So it wasn't a big meal, it just really was reheating some things for about 10 minutes, but it's a really good sign that now that we've got the batteries in, another big advantage is that we can start cooking with our electric appliances again.
Let's go see your brand new anchor chain. Ooh, pretty. Yeah! Good job, good job. You're drifting away. You're drifting away. Oh no. Oh no. Bye! Thanks for cleaning up the anchors off. Dave is currently testing out our engine, as you can see, or he's playing. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't think he's playing. The engine just died. It's okay though. He's tied up. The oars have come out. Yeah, not a great sign. But Dave is a great rower, dragon boat rower. Great job! Are you coming to get me in your chariot? Oh, okay. All right, off to an adventure we go. Ah, graceful as always. You ready?
Ready to go.
Oh, that's gross. It's okay.
Good, yeah?
Yeah.
Got everything?
Full faith. Oh no.
Well then, that's a bad sign. Where am I be able to go?
Oh, we're good. A little bit left. To my left. To your right. There you go. Perfect. No, let's not lose it.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside.
So we are heading north. We've been hanging out here for a little while. We've got a few more repairs done. We just hung out with a bunch of friends on the boat. That was awesome. And hosted people on the boat for the first time, which is also, you know, got all the food out. Everything went really well. And we had some practice rowing the dinghy to shore because unfortunately our motor was not working. Today's plan is to head up to a place called Rock Hall, or at least get out onto the bay, do a bit of sailing because we haven't really done much sailing yet, and really just enjoy.
So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close.
Oh, I wish you were here because right behind me is the most gorgeous horse farm with horses grazing out in the open field and horses over there going into the water. The plan originally was to go to Rock Hall, but we remembered that the last time we were at the Magothy River, we actually didn't get to stay here and anchor because it was way too crowded. And now with the weekend wrapping up, it's emptying out and we get to stay here overnight. So I think that we made the right choice. And plus we get to see horses.